Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Science Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at why do some people become obsessed with you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We have 3 piles to choose from today. So for pile number 1, we have Green Aventurine. And we have the card The Mother. For pile number 2, we have Rose Quartz. And we have the Seneschal. And for pile number 3, we have Blue Howlite. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be a pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, there may be more messages there for you. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this Green Aventurine crystal and the Mother, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why do some people become obsessed with you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to pull all your cards, so let's go ahead. So we're going to start out with these tarot cards, and then at the end we're going to get some oracle cards. So spirit guides of my pile number 1s. Spirit guides of my pile number 1s. Why do people become obsessed with them? So we have the 10 of Cups. We have the 6 of Swords. Why do people become obsessed with them? We have the 4 of Swords. Interesting that we have 4-4 here. Why do people become obsessed with them? We have the 7 of Cups. Why do people become obsessed with them? And we have Desire. Why do people become obsessed with them? We have the 7 of Swords. And we have the 2 of Cups. Okay, and at the back of the deck we have Body and Mind. So my pile number 1s, before we get started with your reading, I'd just like to mention that I am available for personal readings for pre-bookings. So if you'd like to book, please find my email in the About section and email me for more details. Okay, so why do some people become obsessed with you, pile 1? Okay, so Spirit is showing me a snake as I close my eyes. And with this Desire card, I'm getting this feeling of you having a sense of sexiness to you, temptation to you, where a lot of people or some people desire you in the romantic sense and in the more 18 plus sense. I'm not going to get into detail, but you can use your imagination. So there's something here about some people obsessing over you because you're seen as very desirable in some way to others. You're seen as very sexy to others. Tempting, if you will. Okay, so a lot of people desire a connection with you, not just finding you attractive. Like, yes, you are very attractive. You're showing up as the Empress here, which is equivalent to this Mother card. So the Empress is this very Venusian energy. It shows up as someone that has this romantic essence, has a Venusian essence to them, where people will find them very beautiful. People will find people that show up as this energy, very conventionally attractive, but also there's a hint of sexiness to it too, to your looks. And so I feel that's why some people obsess over you, because there's a desire here to have more of a connection with you. Let me get deeper into this energy. Okay, so Spirit is guiding me to the time here, and I'm feeling a tingling on my head and my crown chakra because I am clairsentient, so I do feel into energies. And so I feel your energy is very healing and very cleansing. You have a very good energy too. So it's not just your sexiness that makes people obsessed with you. That's like something that first reels them in, first makes them desire you. And then I see them getting to know you a little bit more, really liking your energy, really liking your vibe. I think, like I said, you have a very cleansing energy. So anyone you come into contact with, it's like you purify their energy in some way, because I do see this pile as like my earth angels, very pure souls. And so I feel like some people can become addicted to you and your energy. But it happens slowly over time. It's not something that just happens like the switch of a button. It happens slowly over time. So this is not alarming in any way, because like, let's say you're getting to know someone, you're going on dates with them. Over time, they eventually become obsessed with you in this very intense way, where they start to desire you more, where they start to desire a relationship with you in the romantic aspect. But I also feel like some do start to become obsessed with you even in a platonic way, like if they want to be your friend or if they want to form a connection with you. And the reason why here is because you are someone with that beautiful energy that people really desire to have around them. You are someone that lives life through your heart space, is something I can see here, because green relates to the heart chakra. And we have the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups here. So I can see that you are someone that's a very loving person. I can see that you're someone that really cares for others genuinely. You have a very nurturing heart and nurturing presence. And so I feel people really love that nurturing energy you have. And people slowly but surely want to form connections with you and slowly and deeper fall in love with you, whether it be platonically or romantically, where they start to hold more space for you in their heart, and that love grows deeper. But it's coming through as an obsession, because the love they grow towards you becomes very intense. But it happens slowly over time. That's what I'm seeing here. Because they desire more and more of your nurturing energy. Especially those that have not received that type of love. Since we have the mother here, going back to the inner child, if they haven't received much love, they can become quite addicted to your nurturing energy. So there's nothing to be careful of, there's nothing alarming here, but I'd say just have strong boundaries up. Know when your limit is, because I feel you're a giver, my pile ones. And there's nothing wrong with being a giver. There's such a beautiful thing about being a giver and a nurturer. You're able to really love people at a deeper, unconditional love, because a mother really loves their baby from unconditional love. And so I feel like you operate at this place of unconditional love. And some people really need that. But then it's also important to have your boundaries up, because some, I want to say like some, I want to be careful with the way I word it. Some can get addicted to your love, but then may not be able to reciprocate that, may not be able to give you back what you're giving. And it's not that they don't love you. Maybe they just don't have the capacity to have that emotional maturity, is what I want to say, or to be able to love in the big way you do. So I'd say you need people around you that are able to give back to you in return, that are able to reciprocate that nurturing energy. Otherwise, you may run dry if you have no boundaries. Otherwise, you may run on empty. I'm seeing a car run on empty. So it's important to take care of yourself. And I feel many of you have been going on a journey of self-love, of loving yourself deeper, of giving yourself that nurturing energy in return. And that's a very good thing. That's also adding to this obsession some people have towards you, okay? Because it makes you even more magnetic, I want to say. So I feel you have a lot of beauty on the outside, but also on the inside of your heart. And that's why people become obsessed with you. I also see that you are someone very chilled and laid back in other people's eyes. And they see you as someone that they feel safe in your presence. They feel you have this very comforting vibe and presence. And people can just chillax around you, relax and feel safe and feel at ease, really truly be in the present moment. So I feel there's something about that people also become obsessed with, because it's nice to feel that comforting energy. It's nice to feel that sense of like chilled, like I can chill out, like I don't have to worry or stress. So I feel like your vibe gives off that presence. I'm going to close my eyes and get some more information on this. Okay, Spirit is taking me back psychology-wise, and maybe those that haven't experienced a sense of safety overall, going back to the inner child again. So I feel like you may attract some, like I'm hearing broken birds, but I don't mean that in a negative way, because I believe we all have our own wounds to heal from, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you may attract certain people with wounded inner childs, and you give their inner child exactly what they needed. So if they never received, a safe space growing up, they can become a little bit obsessed with your love, with your presence, with being around you, because of that safe space you bring them, that comfort you bring them. If they never grew up around a lot of love or nurturing energy, they can become a little bit obsessed with your nurturing energy. But I feel your energy is very healing, so some people may be drawn to you for a reason. So it's a very tricky energy to explain, because I think it depends on the way they deal with that obsession. With the Seven of Swords here, if they become obsessed to the point where, I want to find the right way to word this. If they become obsessed in a way that, let's say they don't respect your boundaries, or they don't give back to you, and they just take, then that can be something healing for them. It's giving them exactly what they need, but it's not healthy for you at the end of the day. So that's why I say it's important to have those boundaries up. I'm also hearing you give off this queen king energy, this very regal energy. And so not only that, like with your beauty, people put you on a pedestal, and that may be why they become obsessed with you. As I look at the Seven of Swords, I'm feeling a different energy here, where I don't feel like this is most of the energy we're talking about. Most of it has to do with like people wanting to form relationships to you. But this energy here I see is the type of energy of some people feeling insecure within themselves. It's a different energy, okay? Different people I'm picking up on. But it's not showing up within your spread a lot. So I want to say it's something that is not in your energy field. It doesn't affect your energy field because it's on the outside here. And most of the time you won't see it happen, or you won't know about it. maybe your intuition will tell you, but it won't come near you in any way because you are protected. So I feel these people have a solar plexus wound, and that can relate to a low self-worth, low self-esteem, not knowing their own power, not feeling good about themselves, not feeling good enough. And then they look at you and there's a feeling of jealousy here, of desiring what you have, of wanting to almost like, I want to say be like you, but in a negative way where it becomes obsessive, or wanting to have the things you have because they perceive it as that will make them happy. So I don't want to focus on that energy too much, but I do see it. So I am going to, be honest about what I see. With this energy of the Seven of Swords, I do feel as well that you may have some ex-friends, ex-lovers, people from your past that didn't necessarily treat you the best, still be obsessed with you, still be kind of like watching you on social media or something like that, or trying to hear gossip about you, things like that. So I do see that a bit, but I feel these are also like people you've set boundaries with that don't respect boundaries, that are like sort of angry at you for moving on and finding self-love and finding your own worth. Because at some point, they want you to be stuck with their toxicness and be okay with it, but you're not. So at the end of the day, you're protecting your peace. And now they're mad about that, so they're obsessed, but they're not even in the spread, they're outside, as you can see. So I do see a bunch of other things here, but before I get into that, my pile number ones, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe, so if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted or you like this reading up until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? I'm grateful to anyone that supports the channel and sending you so much love and gratitude for you just being here and spending this time with me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the reading. So I feel my pile ones, you really devote yourself to those you love. And a lot of people desire to be in your circle, desire to be your friend, desire to be your lover. Because of that, see you as, wifey, husband material. And a lot of people want to be around you. So with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you have a lot more people that are obsessed with you than most people. I don't know what the other piles are going to hold, but I feel like you have a lot more people that are obsessed with you. And I feel like you already intuitively know this. I also feel some that are attracted to you or want to be around you and want to be around your presence, but I felt the throat chakra energies of being a little bit scared to speak up. So these are the types of people that want to be around you, want to be a friend, want to date you, or just be around you, just love you in general, regardless of the type of love. But they're too scared to come up to you and talk to you. So there's like a fear of rejection here, or there's like a thing of, what if they don't like me? So there's no courage to come up to you and talk to you. And so I feel like that's a minor obsession where it's like a little bit of a obsession in the moment where it's not negative or so big, but it's something that I'm seeing here. So for example, let's say you walk around in a mall and someone there is attracted to you, attracted to your vibe and your essence and your beauty. And they want to come up to you and ask you for your number, but they're too scared to. And then the rest of the day, they kind of ruminate over that, obsess over it, and like, why didn't I ask them for their number? Like, why didn't I do that? I'm never going to see them again. Then the next day, they're probably not going to think about it, but it was a little obsession for the day. Or let's say someone scrolls on social media and sees an image of you and wants to be your friend, but then they're too scared to message you. So then maybe they keep it in their mind for a little bit, and then a week later they try to message you, or they don't. And then eventually they forget about it, but it's not something alarming, is what I feel. Okay. I feel like you have the potential to have a lot more people obsessed with you. Like, if you were in the public eye, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but like, let's say you were in the public eye, I feel like you'd have people that were just obsess with you in a fan-like way. So let's say you, for example, became a social media influencer. You'd have people fan over you and comment on your photos every single day and like your photos every single day, and then kind of like fan over you like a celebrity. I'm getting that vibe. So the way people obsess over you can be like that sometimes. It's harmless though. Okay. Six of Swords, Seven of Cups. What am I getting here? Some people can't move on from you, like you're the one that got away. A lot of people actually, friends, ex-lovers, that's the energy I'm picking up on again. What else am I getting here? You have a very colorful personality. I'm looking at the rainbow here in the Six of Swords and the depiction of duality. And it looks like there's a bunch of light codes there telling me, you do have that healing energy and people are attracted to your vibe and your heart. But at the same time, you also have a very colorful personality. You have multiple sides to you. I hear you're an enigma. So there's something about you being very multidimensional, being comfortable with your duality, being comfortable with many different sides of you. And because of that, some may become obsessed with your personality, with your vibrancy, because you bring a lot of color into other people's lives. And I feel like a lot of people just feel lucky to be in your presence. So let me go ahead now and pull some oracle cards. So what I'm getting from Spirit here is the major energy I'm picking up on is romance and relationships with people. Those are the major energies showing up, and I feel a lot of people can get quite addicted to you in an obsessive way. And I feel Spirit showing me that you have the ability to almost like have that effect on people where they become obsessed with you, where you live rent-free in their mind, where they can't forget about you, okay? Let's get your oracle cards. So why do some people become obsessed with pile one? We have Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. So this card is also popping out. I just want to move this up. So it says, the morning star, my ego is in service of my soul and I trust my soul's divine timing. Let me get your other oracle cards. So why do some people become obsessed with pile number ones? We have Abundance, Fortune, Wealth, Plenty, card 28. And look, the Friendship card wants to pop out, Confirmation. Why do some people become obsessed with pile one? We have Angel de los Muertos, Transitions to the Spirit Realm, card 16. Okay. And look here, love is strange. Strange Valentine. So that energy definitely keeps showing up to do with relationships and love and friendship. And people from your past, people you've moved on from, people where you don't even think about them anymore. They may even be dead to you in some way, like have hurt you in some way, but they still obsess over you. The way Spirit is describing it is with this card that represents the energy of death, and this card always reminds me of death and how this figure helps spirits go onto the other side. I don't know the full story, but I know a bit of it. And so this card always reminds me of death. And when I see it in this type of reading, I take it as, a connection that has ended, an ending. So Spirit is showing me an example of, like in horror movies when someone becomes very obsessed with someone close to them that has passed on, which I sympathize with, of course, but Spirit is just using this as an example, and then they want to communicate with them and do all sorts of things, and then they become obsessed with trying to reach the spiritual realms. So if we had to use that as a metaphor for waking life, people that are no longer in your life, they become obsessed with maybe trying to reach out to you, with trying to, I almost want to say water a dead flower, or trying to check up on you and see what's happening in your life. That's the energy I get here, okay? And with abundance, fortune, wealth, and plenty, some that are jealous may desire to have what you have career-wise, abundance-wise. Maybe you have a lot of great ideas you're able to birth into this reality. Maybe you're showing up as someone very confident in yourself, and they wish they could be like that too. They wish they could have this bliss you have and the self-love you have. So I'm really picking up on that. So they become very obsessed with you because they wish and desire to have what you have. But they can create that for themselves. This is something they wouldn't want you to know. This is something they wouldn't necessarily tell you or show you, of course, but I'm just getting that from Spirit. But since you showed up as the mother, how the Empress births things into her reality, abundance, ideas, things like that. They also have the ability to do that. But they just don't see it within themselves. They also have the ability to create self-love and confidence within themselves. Anybody can. Abundance, great ideas, things like that. Anybody can, if they just look within. And then in terms of love and relationships, I feel like a lot of people feel you have an abundance of love to give, where even if the connection were to end, you would still hold a lot of space in their heart. They could never forget you. Because of the amount of love you give, it's like an endless supply of love that never runs empty. You also have a beautiful light, my pile number ones, that makes people very obsessed with your energy, as I said before. Being around you has this extreme and deepest bliss. And so I feel like a lot of people just love being in your presence, get obsessed with being in your presence. So this is where I'll leave your reading, pile one. I really hope your reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this rose quartz crystal in the card, the Seneschal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why do some people become obsessed with you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before I get started, I'd just like to announce that I am available for pre-bookings for personal readings. So if you'd like to book with me for the beginning week of February, you can find my email in the channels about section and email me for more information. Okay, let's get started with your reading. So we're going to start out with your tarot cards, and then at the end we'll get some oracle cards. So spirit guides on my pile number 2s. Spirit guides on my pile number 2s. Why do some people become obsessed with pile 2? We have the 2 of Swords. Interesting. Why do some people become obsessed with them? We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. Body and mind. The 2 of Cups. Why do people become obsessed with them? We have the Intuition. Why do some people become obsessed with them? We have the 7 of Wands. And we have an extra card with the Youth. Let's just get one more. The Hero. And at the back of the deck, we have the Scribe. Okay, so my pile number 2s. Why do some people become obsessed with you? The 2 of Swords here tells me it's a choice. It's a conscious choice they make to love you with the 2 of Cups. To be loyal to you, to stick by your side. So that's a very beautiful energy I see here. I'm seeing that people that really love you make a conscious choice in their mind, like, I'm going to be completely loyal to pile 2. I'm going to stick by their side, be a ride or die for them, do anything for them, devote myself to them because I love them and I choose to do that. So it's like a choice to be loyal to you always, to never do anything behind your back that would hurt you, to love you in a way that you feel loved, that you feel special. And I feel these are, relationships you have in your life, pile 2, especially romantically, but also friendships, platonic, people that just love you, like people that are loyal to you. This is what I see here. Like people that choose to be loyal to you, choose to be a ride or die to you in some way. And I'm seeing them do this because it's a conscious choice, as I said before. There's this energy here of them wanting to stick by your side through thick and thin, wanting to support you through anything. It's like, it's almost this energy of, let's say if it was a friend, it would be this energy of like, you're my friend, but you're my sister from another mother or a brother from another mother. Like, it's that type of energy of obsession where it's not really a negative obsession, but it's a healthy obsession, an intense love you share to the other person and an intense loyalty you share to the other person, where if anyone was to talk bad about them or anything like that, you'd stand up for them and protect them. Or yeah, that's the kind of energy I feel here. Or if it was romantic, it would be that type of love where it's like, we're gonna be together forever. I choose to stay loyal to you. I choose to be with you. I choose to take care of you and, stick by your side, support you till the end. Because we'll always be there to pick each other up, to help each other when the other person is low. It's like this feeling of unity, community even, if you will. Could even be family members that there's so much of an intense love that it's like we stick by each other's side till the end. Because I'm hearing Ohana from Lilo and Stitch. It means family will never get left behind. I'm hearing that line by her. So it's like this is the type of energy where you see them as family, where you want to take care of each other, where you want to stick by each other's side. So it's like you two hold the key to each other's heart, and it's reciprocal in some way, because the the justice scales are here, it's like an energy where you're both partaking in that. So it's not just like them being obsessed with you, it's also you being obsessed with them in return, being loyal to them in return, loving them in return. And it's a conscious decision and choice. Does that make sense? So why is this? Why do they become obsessed with them in this way? Let me just close my eyes and get more information. So I'm hearing Spirit say there is no reason why, like trying to find out the reason why we'd be left with the mystery, because Spirit is showing me Scooby-Dooby-Doo and they're trying to find the mystery, trying to find who the footprints are, where the footprints are leading. So it's like there is no reason why, but we can give some. But all in all, it's just because you're you, just because they love you. Does that make sense? Like when we become loyal to someone or when we love someone, it isn't because they have this or they're like this or whatever, because that's a conditional love. Whatever energy I'm tapping into here is an unconditional love where it's like, I love you for you, regardless of like your traits, your qualities, blah, 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 like what you have. I just love you for you. There is no reason behind love. Our heart just chooses to love. Does that make sense? But if I had to get reasons for you, I would say it's because you are an extremely lovable and loving person. Like, it would be hard to not love you because you're extremely lovable. Spirit is showing me you have a very bright energy in the sense of you know how to brighten up everybody's day. You know how to make people around you smile. People really cherish your love. You are extremely loyal to them, so in return, they want to return that to you. You're someone that, loves to take care of those around you. You're someone that has a lot of compassion in your heart, a lot of loyalty in your heart, and when you really choose to stick by someone's side, they want to give the same to you in return. I also feel the energy that you're an extremely generous and giving person with your love. And you may be that type of person that knows how to make others feel special through your words, where it really comes from a place of love in your heart. And they never doubt it. You're extremely trustworthy, extremely honest and reliable. And so, of course, they would fall in love with you. Of course, they would love you platonically. Of course, they would love you in a familial way. Whatever type of love this is, like, you're extremely lovable, that of course they would love you. It's like you hold the key to their heart forever. You live in their heart forever. I don't know whose energy I'm channeling, but these are people that love you unconditionally for you. That's so beautiful to see. I want to cry tears of joy. Like, Spirit is just almost like engulfing me in this love that they feel towards you. This is really beautiful. I didn't expect this message. Give me a second to get more into the energy. So, Spirit is showing me the series Daisy and I can't remember what it was exactly called. Let me just Google it. Oh, it's Daisy Jones and the Six, and it depicts a kind of story in this series of like this band that they're a band, they make music and everything. So she becomes part of the band, and there's a specific scene Spirit is showing me when the girlfriend of one of the main characters of the man, I don't remember his name, says to her, we're a family, we take care of each other. Like, have you never seen that before? So Spirit was showing me that scene, and also Spirit was reminding me of a song by Sade, By Your Side. I'm just gonna read the lyrics to you so that you can see like what I'm seeing here. So the energy is sort of like that song. And Spirit is also showing me Flounder and the Little Mermaid, when Flounder like follows her around always and is always like next to her. So it's like that type of energy of like I always want to be around you because I just love your presence. It's like that type of intense love, but it's it is obsession. It's like an intense love, but it's coming more so as like unconditional love. Okay, so the lyrics are: you think I'd leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. You think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees? I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you you're right when you want, and if you could only see into me. Oh, when you're cold, I'll be there, hold you tight to me. When you're on the outside, baby, and you can't get in, I will show you you're so much better than you know. When you're lost and you're alone and you can't get back, I will find you, darling, and I will bring you home. And if you want to cry, I am here to dry your eyes, and in no time you'll be fine. So it goes on and on like that. So that's a very beautiful song, and like Spirit is just overwhelming me with this feeling of unconditional love these individuals and people have towards you that I literally want to cry tears of joy. So I'm just gonna take a pause here before I like start crying all over the video. So these are the types of people that feel like soul connections to me. They feel like the type of people where you've shared past lives with them. Um, they feel like soul family connections. Okay, soul connections in some way, where there's heavy Akashic, I don't want to say the word heavy, there's strong Akashic records, energies between the two of you where you've incarnated in many, many, many lifetimes together and shared many, 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 many lifetimes together, where that love has grown and grown and grown and grown over time. Does that make sense? So imagine a forest, and each tree is a depiction of the lifetimes you've shared together, and this forest is overgrown with trees. Imagine how much love their soul would have for you today. This is beyond time and space and like what our human minds can comprehend. So that love is like forever. It grows and grows and grows. And that's what I'm seeing here. And I do see a bunch of other things here. But before I get into that, my pile twos, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted or you like this reading up until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know. It helps me put out more quality content and more content. And I'm so grateful to anyone that supports this channel. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the reading. So I'm hearing that song that's like two hearts that beat as one. So these are people that feel as though you share the same hearts as them. You share the same frequency as them, the same love as them. And there's a lot of passion here. And you know, they see you as someone that is so vibrant and bright and colorful, and you really remain your authentic self. You also give them this very grounded and peaceful energy whenever you're around them. You know, you make them feel at peace within their body and their mind. And you make them feel loved in a way they haven't felt before. So there's always going to be this devotion towards you. Okay, there's always going to be this feeling of wanting to communicate to you all the time, give you an endless supply of love, devote themselves to you, be loyal to you the same way you are to them, and reciprocate that to you. And they see you as this person where they think about you all the time, like you're on their mind a lot. And, you know, if this is more platonic, then I'd say it's showing up less, because I feel like with the romantic energies, like you're on their mind all the time, but with the platonic energies, it's like you pop up in their mind at least once a day, or at least like often, where they often think about you and think about if you're okay, your well-being, especially if you don't see them every day, you know, where they want to communicate to you and check up on you, and that type of energy is what I feel here. They also see you as very dreamy and they feel that strong, intense love and passion with you. Regardless of the type of love this is. They also view you in a way where you have saved a part of them, where you have made a part of their life better by you just being you, where they believe that you have transformed yourself, but also have transformed them in a way and transformed their mindset, because they see you as a very psychic and intuitive person. I believe this is my pile of healers, psychics, intuitives, sages. Okay, and you help other people grow. You help people transform and become their best selves, the best versions of themselves, create the best versions of themselves and the life they truly want to live, the life they truly desire to live, and take the key of knowledge to unlock the door to their reality they want to reside in. So there's something about you. I don't think you do this intentionally, but when you're around the people you love, you sometimes just say things and it's like keys of wisdom or keys of knowledge for them to take. And they perceive it in a way, maybe not as like you gave intuitive messages, but they just perceive it as every time they take your advice, it betters their life in some way, or every time, they're around you, they can see themselves growing and changing and transforming into better versions of themselves. And it's like, I choose to stay here because I can see I'm growing as a person. I can see we're both growing, and this is a love that is fulfilling to them. So of course they would choose to stay by your side. I'm also hearing there's a car alarm going off, sorry. I'm also hearing the song by Nalu, Can We Get Lost? So she says something along the lines of, love isn't easy, but we can try. And then she says something like, can we get lost? So there's something about, your energy being very dreamy, very much like you take them to this other realm that they get lost in. And I feel like a romantic energy here where it's like, if people, I don't know who this is, but like, I feel a romantic energy where they kind of feel like they can get lost in your eyes, lost in your presence, where even platonically in other types of love, when they're in your presence, it's like time can go by and they just get lost in the moment, and so in the moment that they forget about the outside world. You know what I mean? That's the energy I see here. Okay, so since this is my pile of strong intuitives, if you have any sort of platform that you are sharing your intuitive messages for very few of you, there's something about people. If you don't relate to this, then you can skip over this message. There's something about people sort of viewing you as a hero, as their savior, being very loyal to you and choosing to be loyal to you because they appreciate the knowledge and the wisdom you give. There's also something about people that are younger than you looking up to you because of the way you've created your own life and reality and you being authentic to you. And then they look up to you in an inspiring way. And then they want to follow in your footsteps. And then those that follow your intuitive wisdom, I see them loving you a lot and trusting you a lot with whatever you say. And I see them noticing that the intuitive wisdom you give always gives them keys to unlock doors to their highest potential. And so because of this, I'd say the downside here of this obsession, it's not a unhealthy obsession. It's very healthy in a way. But I'd say the downside of it is if they rely on you too much, where they don't where they don't follow their own intuition or their own independence. Okay, so that can be a downside to it, but then there can also be a plus side to it where you can be extremely healing to them and help them in ways where they can't help themselves. So that's a small energy I see here. It's not a big obsession, but it's like a loyalty towards you and a gratitude towards you in an obsessive way of like sort of viewing you as their hero. That's really what I'm getting here. So let's get out your oracle cards. I also feel like you have a very strong intuition in the way that you are able to communicate that to people and help people. And I feel like you're able to tap into people's Akashic records, tap into the future, create things within them that help them on their journey energetically. I do feel like you have a lot of healing energy, but it comes through in the way that you create something within their energy field that assists them moving forward that they needed. So Spirit is almost showing it to me like an Easter egg. Let's say you give a message to someone and you almost give them a gift of an Easter egg in their aura. And then maybe that Easter egg is like confidence that they needed moving forward on their journey. And then when they are in that situation where they need that extra boost of confidence, just like a game when we collect little things in the way, we can help it to boost us. Spirit is showing it to me like that. And then that egg unlocks or cracks open and helps them in that situation. And then they take in that energy. So that's the way Spirit is showing it to me metaphorically. So Spirit Guides of Pile 2. Okay, we have the Mother of Imams. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. And look at the back of the deck. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. So you do have an incredibly healing energy. And you have an ability to, this card is also popping on, transform people's pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. So there's something here about people being very grateful for you and your gifts, and you helping them transform pain and suffering into love. But also just the people around you too, like you have an incredibly healing and loving energy. So when you are able to support them and help them through the things they are going through, they feel that extreme feeling of like, I am loved, I am cared for, because someone cares enough to be there for me and be there by my side and help me through this. So I do see that energy strongly. Okay, Spirit Guides of Pile 2. Why do some people become obsessed with them? We have Two Little Witches, Magical Space Clearing Time, card 30. We're getting the same messages. One more card from this deck about the love. We have Strangely Lonely, Holding on Way Too Tight. Okay. So I guess Spirit is maybe given all the messages about love. We'll see with the other Oracle deck. But with Magical Space Clearing Time, it's like you're able to clear things within people's auras. You're also very sweet, where people can get a little bit addicted to your sweetness. This card's popping out like, imagine a kid getting addicted to sweets. That's the energy I feel there. Love that. Okay, let me just get out all your cards. Why do some people become obsessed with Pile 2? We have Wings of Light, becoming something new. And we have Sacred Purpose, Eternal Flame, Ancestral Legacy. So Spirit said everything about the love. In terms of the healer energies here, if you don't relate to being a healer, someone intuitive, then I guess this is not going to be your message. Then the reading is done for you. But for those that do resonate with this, I feel like you have a very strong connection to Spirit, telepathic communication. It's part of your purpose to to be this healer, to be this intuitive, to be this bridge between the higher realms and earth and kind of connect people to that ancient wisdom that they need to hear from their guides, and help them reinforce their beliefs in self, help them transform them, and help give them, nurturing compassion, grace, but also help them look towards the future with positivity and find something to look forward to in the future, especially when they're feeling hopeless. So I feel this is a gift passed down from your ancestral line that you are meant to follow. And this gift will only become stronger and stronger as you use it more. Okay? So Spirit is showing me an example of someone driving, and the more they drive, the more excellent they become at it, or the more someone sings, the more excellent they become at it. So this is a gift you can train and transform. But not only that, you also transform other people. So other people hold on very tightly to your messages. But I also feel an energy here of people from your past. You do have an ability to stay on people's minds rent-free, because they do hold on very tightly to your memories that you share and to the love that you share together, as well as like the devotion you had towards them, your sweetness, where maybe that's something rare that they don't find often in the world. And so I see them being a little bit obsessed with the memories and holding on very tightly to that in a sentimental way. So this is your reading, pile 2. I really hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you were drawn to this blue Howlite crystal in the Four of Pentacles, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why do some people become obsessed with you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before I get started with your actual reading, I'd just like to announce that I am open for pre-bookings for personal readings for the beginning of February. So if you'd like to book, you can find my email in the channel's about section and email there for more details. Okay, as soon as I tap into the energy, I feel the energy of heartbreak. And this energy of like people wanting to communicate to you, people from your past, people that are holding on to you, like being heartbroken that you're no longer in their life, but they can't seem to gain the courage to reach out to you. And so because you chose the Four of Pentacles is about holding on too tightly to something. Okay, so these are the types of people that are holding on very tightly to your memories, to the love that you may have shared in the past, and feeling very heartbroken over the fact that you're no longer in their life. So they're holding on to these memories, holding on to you in a sense, and there is this sense of needing you, but not wanting to seem needy towards you. Does that make sense? I'm seeing that very clearly. So there may be other energies showing up. Let's just see what your cards show. So Spirit Guides of pile number 3. Spirit Guides of pile number 3. Why do some people become obsessed with pile 3? We have the Maiden. We have the Journey. So we're going to start out with Tarot and get Oracle cards later on. Why do some become obsessed with pile 3? Okay. So we have the Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. we have the Scribe. Interesting. We have the Ace of Swords. We have Body and Mind. We have the Two of Cups, which is shown up in all three piles. Quite interesting. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. Okay, so my pile number 3s. Firstly, we mentioned people from your past holding on to you. I also feel these are people that are currently in your life that also hold on to you. And people that you may not know. Okay, this is going to sound confusing. The Scribe here sometimes reminds me of the Akashic records because it is the record holder of past, present, and future information. So this card definitely always reminds me of the Akashic records and how the Akashic records holds all information of past lives, future incarnations, etc., etc. So there are some people here that you've had maybe past lives with, future lives with, whatever type of energy this is, you have experienced the journey with them in your Akashic records in some way, shape, or form, but you have not met them yet within this lifetime. And they may not consciously be obsessed with you, but maybe obsessed with finding that love again on their journey. So I feel a solar plexus wound with this particular type of individuals where they are on a journey of finding their self-worth, finding self-love, and they may have been put on a journey of walking the path alone for a little bit to find themselves first before they find their soul family connections. And so they may not be consciously obsessed with you because they don't know you consciously. They've never met you consciously. But there is a feeling in their soul of remembrance towards you unconsciously. And the sense of, I know there is someone out there that will love me like a friend, that will love me like a lover, whatever this is. It's like some part of their soul remembers the love you shared together in past lives and holds onto that. Okay, and it's like, I'm hearing that song by Lana Del Rey where she's like, I need you like a baby. I think it's called Yayo, if I'm not mistaken. So in some sense, these people like need you in some way. Like I'm picking up on this energy of like everyone here I'm picking up on needs you in some way, feels as though they need your love and then they feel obsessed with you. But going back to what I said about these past life energies or people you've shared journeys with in the Akashic records, it sounds really confusing, but some part of them remembers the love you shared together, and some part of them is hopeful to find that on their journey again, and is always wondering like who could meet their path, because here in the Ten of Swords, we can't see her face, but we see the back of her. So it's like, it's always this constant wondering, like, is someone going to come into my life that I can be best friends with, that I can be friends with? Is someone going to come into my life that I can love? But they're not going to find you yet until they first complete their mission of self-love, of self-worth, of finding that within them, because that is what they're first going to do before they find you, because they're on their own journey of self-love and unlocking the energies of the solar plexus chakra. So what I recently learned from being an intuitive person is some choose, this may sound really weird, but some choose a chakra that they want to learn about in a lifetime. So let's say someone is choosing to learn about the solar plexus chakra in their incarnation. They will first learn maybe from karmics karmic connections, and that will trigger them until they learn self-worth, or they will first go on a journey alone and maybe go through certain situations that make them feel not good enough, that make them, I say this in the lightest possible way, but it's like they go through certain lessons or tests that help them achieve that energy of learning what they're truly worth, learning their self-love, learning to see their own worth. Does that make sense? So before they can be with you, they first have to find themselves. I'm clairvoyantly seeing Ken from Barbie at the ending where, like, he has to first find himself before he can be with her, in a healthy way. So there's something about that, them being on a journey like that. Other than that, I also see people from your past, as I mentioned before, and I see them feeling very needy towards you. I see them feeling as though they're holding on to like the love you shared together, the memories you shared together in the past, the kind of journey you've had together. And I'm kind of getting here. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird. Every time I tap into people from your past energy, I keep energetically burping, and to me that represents a release in the throat chakra. And you did choose blue Howlite, which does, blue always connects to the throat chakra. So there's something here, there's something here left unsaid. I'm hearing that song Better Left Unsaid by Ariana Grande. So it's giving me this vibe like they have something they want to say to you, but they don't have the courage to say it. With the Nine of Swords, this tells me that they feel a little bit fearful and feel a little bit stuck because her hands are kind of stuck together. They feel a little bit stuck in their mind about you, and they can't stop wondering about you and wondering what's going on in your life, daydreaming about you, imagining what it would be like if things didn't happen the way it did. If there are any particular regrets or a guilty conscience for some in your past, or like wondering how things would go if certain things never happened, if you drifted apart, like if they were still to be in your life, and imagining, and it's kind of like scenarios of what it would be like if you were still in their life, because they do miss you on some level and feel needy towards you on some level, and kind of like obsess over you in some level because of the memories you shared and how much it meant to them, and you and your energies and your personality. And it's like you sort of live rent-free in their mind. That's really what I'm getting here. And it's all of these things. I'll mention why. I'm just going to mention the details of like the type of people first. So I also see, people that are currently in your life where they share a lot of love towards you and they never want to forget you. They never want to leave you. They fear an ending with you. They never want to leave your side. They want you to be in their life forever, for a really long time, for the whole entire journey. And it would really hurt their heart to not have you in their life. So that's all the energies of the people I'm getting that obsess over you. We will get into why. I do want to ask you a quick favor, my pal threes. If you have ever watched any of my videos and like the content I post, or if you like this reading up until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet? In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So it really means the world to me, to anyone that supports this channel, because as the channel grows, the more content I can put out and the more quality content I can put out. So thank you for all your support. I'm sending you so much gratitude and love, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the reading. Okay, so the reason why they become a little bit obsessed with you, my pal threes, is because you are someone extremely memorable. You are someone that is a rare gem, one of a kind. You have those one of a kind personalities in the sense of there is no one like you. And even if, for example, people had to try find another version of you, they'd never find it because you are a rare gem. Okay. And there's something about, like, I can never get another you because you're unique, you're different. And I feel like you're someone that embodies this very youthful energy in the way that you are. You're showing up as someone extremely playful. You're comfortable with being unique and different and your authentic self. You have a sense of purity and innocence within your soul and a sense of wonder for life. You see life with the eyes of beauty and color. So it's like you see color and beauty in everything you encounter. You're able to really experience the present moment and bring other people into the present moment and bring other people out of their worries, out of their mind, and into the present moment, into the joy of the moment. You have this extremely safe presence, safe and nurturing presence that makes people want to be around you more and more and more, especially those that deal with certain anxieties. You have an extremely safe and soothing presence to them. And they really feel whenever they're around you, it's always playful. There's always something to laugh about. There's always something to get excited for and look forward to when someone is experiencing a journey with you. And you're someone that deeply transforms others in the sense of helping them see the beauty in life, helping them see the color in life, helping them see the kind of like childlike curiosity and wonder of the world, and help them balance out their body and mind. So I feel like those that become obsessed with you are extremely like people that are having like an imbalance between their body and mind, where they're in their mind so much that they need someone to kind of bring them back into the body and bring them back into the present moment. And I feel like that's maybe why they were drawn to you in the first place subconsciously. Or maybe that was your purpose for them, to help them unlock that side of themselves and help them find that balance. And I feel like the reason why people become obsessed with you is because you're someone very giving, you're someone very nurturing. You have this very like go with the flow energy. You're also someone very hot in terms of physical features, that a lot of people are very drawn to you and, you know, can't get their mind off of you. But you also have a very beautiful heart. Like I said, you're a rare gem, one of a kind. You're very generous, but you're also very responsible. And I feel like you are a good influence to those around you, where, like, let's say someone becomes friends with you, you know, they can experience playfulness, laughter, but they also have someone to look up to, someone to be inspired by, because I feel like you're extremely responsible. You know how to build things within your own life when it comes to your career, your abundance, school goals, or endeavors, since you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles here. And you are someone that's constantly blooming into the best version of yourself, and then people around you start to gain knowledge and wisdom from you and from your path, and start to also become the best versions of themselves. But if they are not willing to do that work within themselves, then they naturally fall away from you, because you don't need anyone holding you back on your own journey, is the way your higher self sees it. So you bring transformations to people and help them bloom into their highest version of themselves. Help them see their own capabilities. And that is why you have people becoming obsessed with you. Like, I keep hearing you're unforgettable, you're unforgettable. So that is why. Also, the love you give people stays on people's minds forever. Like, it's extremely unique and one of a kind. That's what I want to say here. And I also feel like you're someone that has found your own worth, has found your own sense of self-love in a way. And because you're someone that has stepped into your confidence, you know how to make other people feel confident within themselves. You know how to, speak to them in a way that extends love and makes them feel worthy of the love that they're receiving. You know how to give compliments to people that stay on their mind forever, that help them find their own inner confidence, that help them believe in themselves and their capabilities of achieving things within their own life, help them let go of the fear and go towards a situation with curiosity, bravery, and courage. And so I feel like a lot of people get attached to you because of that. There's also something about communication that is something people get obsessed about with you, because like communication with you is always the best. It's like people can get really deep with you, but then they can also be really lighthearted with you. And I think you're extremely intelligent, and a lot of people connect to you on the mental level, at least the people I'm picking up on. So they love the conversations with you, and they feel like they can be themselves around you. They feel like you are never going to judge them. They can just be themselves, and you have this very accepting and non-judgmental energy. So this is why you also create something where I want to say, like, you create something where, like, you create some type of love they can never forget, like some type of memory with them they can never forget, that they always hold on to or look back to, because it brings their heart so much peace, joy, and happiness and love. So that is exactly why some people become obsessed with you. I feel the people from your past is showing up quite strongly, and some of them view you as like, I can't carry on without pile 3, like I need to resolve something with them. Especially if you had some kind of conflict with some people from your past. It's like some part of them is anxious and scared and wants to resolve something with you. But then spirit is also preventing them from doing that, because they need to find their own wisdom on their own journey. They need to learn the lessons, okay? And some of them view it as like you're their other half and they can't move forward without you, and they don't necessarily feel whole without you. There's a sense of neediness here within this pile that they feel towards you. So let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards and get some more information here. So I'm hearing you really change people's lives and outlook on life. So we have opening heart, deep connections, water blessings, card 11. Like the way they're viewing you is as if this is a deeper soul connection, that this is a deep spiritual connection that they can never forget. And we have healing the heart, the power of self-love. So that heartbreak I felt in the beginning, it's like they're still healing their heart from your connection, because it's extremely heartbreaking to have a connection end with you, because the connection is so deep that we can't mimic it anywhere else. And it's something so spiritual. I feel like these are people you have past lives with. Some are karmic, some are soul connections. And yeah, so they're healing their heart from your connection, but also thinking back to you a lot, because that love between you two is so memorable. But I also feel from spirit, some people are meant to only have us in their life for a short while. We meet them at the right time. We fulfill a purpose within their life, but then they're meant to go on their own journey and find that love within themselves. So spirit is taking me back to an example here of someone I had in my life that was very dear to my heart. She was a best friend to me for a lot of years in my life, and we drifted apart, but I still have a lot of love for her in my heart. But at some point, like, I just wanted, a best friend like her in my life, and every time I was looking for it, I was never finding it. And Spirit told me I was meant to find that best friend within myself, because I'm going on a journey of self-love. And some may be needing to find what they're looking for from you in their self. So let's say you brought them a lot of happiness and joy and always made them laugh. Maybe they need to find that within themselves. Maybe you made them feel special, but like with your words, maybe they need to give that to themselves and make themselves feel special with their own words. Do you get what I mean? So that is like the energy I feel here. Why do some people become obsessed with pile 3? I feel a tingling on my left hand, so it's like they want to receive love from you again. Okay, because the left hand is receiving. We have Fairy of the Green World with the Natural World Needs You, card 44. It's like, it's that sense of needing you. That's exactly what I said there. Spirit is telling me to ignore the rest of the card and just focus on needs you. Okay, Spirit Guides of pile 3. Why do some people become obsessed with them? Okay, you actually have 3 cards. Sea Storm, Karma Chaos. Winged Seer, you see clearly, Clairvoyance. And Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. Okay, so I do feel like this pile already intuitively knows this. But you help them calm the chaos within their own minds. Calm the chaos within their own lives. You help them feel safe within that. And you extended a helping hand towards them with your wisdom and with your beautiful heart. And we see 1111 here. So it's like they view this as a very spiritual love that they can't forget. And they keep going back to the memories between the two of you, where they don't know if you would ever want them back in their life. So why do some people become obsessed with pile 3? We have the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. And we have the Goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. Okay, so I feel a message for my creatives here, from my spiritual people, for those that have a big purpose. Like if you are an intuitive, or if you do help the world in some way with your gifts or your talents. So, example, let's say someone here is an artist, and let's say you have a healing gift, or my voice just went weird. Okay, maybe there's something about like the throat chakra energies and learning to become comfortable with expressing your gifts in the world. And as you're able to do that, as you're able to put yourself out there and follow your soul's calling, let's say you are an artist, but you're able to channel messages from the divine into and put your essence into what you're creating artistically. You're sharing wisdom through that art, where maybe there's no words on that art, but people feel the energy of it when they look into it. And maybe like you have healing energy, and when people look at that painting, they feel a sense of healing from that, and then they become a little bit obsessed with your work. Or let's say someone here writes and they're extremely knowledgeable, and then people read that. They find some sense of healing and peace from that, and it's able to help them find clarity through the chaos they're going in their own lives. Then it's like they're viewing you as you're helping them through that, helping inform them on what to do next, helping them connect back to their own heart space. So there's something here about your soul's calling in some way, and it can do with gifts or talents in any possible way. And even if you're not doing anything in a career-based way, like if you are, people could become obsessed with your work. But if you're not, people just become obsessed with your presence because of that healing energy you extend and because of that wisdom you extend by just being you. You know what I mean? Because you're someone extremely intuitive with a very big purpose here on earth to share your gifts from the heart. Okay, so this is what I have for you, Pal 3. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!